Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now we are just 4 days to the next general election. And there is something, if you are careful, you are going to realize that when William Samoei Ruto is not campaigning, then he will be holding presser. And actually it is presser after presser. The press meetings that he's having are becoming uncountable. And Ruto, in every press meeting he has, he's raising a lot of complaints. In fact, it is complaint after complaint. And those complaints are being directed to President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. And even today, we saw William Samoei Ruto coming out in a presser with the Kenya Kwanza team. He's complaining about certain media station, the TV and radio station, spreading hate speech. I will not mention them because the allegation Ruto is giving, he has not given as facts as far as is concerned. He has complained about the use of police officers, the use of chiefs, and again today he has also complained about the use of opinion polls, which actually has not been favoring him. All the opinion polls conducted as of late is showing that it is becoming inevitable in this election to have Raila Odinga as the next president of the Republic of Kenya. In the beginning it was William Ruto, but now Raila Odinga came and overtook, just slowly, and he has maintained. The fact is not overtaking. The issue is maintaining. So I want to listen to William Samoei Ruto shortly.
The test has been framed and the choices are very clear. Kenyans want a political system that is citizen-centered, not one rigged to benefit a few. They want an economic system that seeks prosperity, increases incomes, creates jobs, and eliminates inequality. And they want an end to the culture of deceit, of fraudulent political deal-making, opportunistic configurations, corruption, and state capture in pursuit of selfish gain. On the ballot is the decision to revive Kenya's economy, complete its democratic transition, and most importantly, the affirmation by the people of Kenya that for the first time since independence, the focus and policies of government will be people-centered and people-driven through the bottom-up economic model. 4 days to the general election, however, we are seeing choreographed incidences after our competitors have realized that what they thought this election would be has completely changed and become something else. Our competitors have realized that they have lost this election. And as a result, in panic, they have sponsored all manner of opinion polls. I think there have been maybe 10 opinion polls in the last 2 weeks, saying more or less the same thing, meaning they don't even believe in their own lies.
Now, after this presser briefing, Winnie Odinga gave very interesting views, of which seemingly could be suggesting that after this August general election, there is a possibility of having William Samoei Ruto being in the opposition side. Though we understand in our constitution, hakuna kitu ya opposition, we just have the minority and the majority side. Of course, we understand that the minority side will be the opposition side. So seemingly, according to Winnie Odinga, William Samoei Ruto might be the next opposition leader, or he will be heading to opposition leader. Let us just go through this one. From my experience, when you start holding pressers, just know you are in opposition. So according to Winnie Odinga, William Samoei Ruto should be informed, if he is not aware, that he is already playing the opposition role. Now we are continuing with the final discussion, but just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you are not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, with what Winnie Odinga is sharing out, hey, karibu niseme Winnie Mandela. It's okay. For those who have been following William Samoei Ruto closely, I know many people are following it. You will realize it is true what Winnie Odinga is saying. William Ruto has had pressure after pressure. All of them is complaining on the government. Instead of articulating on achievement of government, it has now changed to now checkmating the government. Kukosoa serikali kila saa. You look on all those small things with the kind of complaints. Then you bring unaleta kama complaints to the public court for Kenyans to make judgment. With the kind of cries Ruto is making in public, and every complaint is raising, it shows that Ruto is subdued. As we are heading to this general election, William Ruto is showing indications of a man who has no chance in winning this election. That's why you see, if it is not Ruto in the press, it is Musalia Mudavadi. If it's not Musalia Mudavadi, then ni yule governor wa Turkana anaitwanga nani? Nanok. If it's not Nanok, utaona the communication team ya Ruto wakiwa ndio wako pale. They are complaining every time. If it is not about the chief, it is about the opinion polls. If not opinion poll, it's about the media. Ruto raised complaint about the media, that they are sidelining them. They even called for resistance. But again, they had no option. Because after all, they still need to listen to the news. Their social media, they were thinking it is going to help them. And Facebook, they realized that wamama kule kwa kijiji, wanza wana pesa ya kununua hata mafuta ya kupika mboga. Sasa bundles ndio watakuwa nazo za simu. Na ni wangapi wako na Android phones? They knew they are reaching out to only 40%, 30 to 40%. And the 70% is left out, majority. So you complain about media, then again we come to the media. You complain about the chiefs, unasema vile sasa you will deal with them one by one to answer to the case being allowed to be used by the state once we take over power. Threats after threats. All of these are signs of a person who will not become a president. Winnie is talking about this because her father has been there before. Every time Raila Odinga was realizing that there is a plan to steal his election, he has been coming to the media to complain. Every time he realized that there is a plan to deal with him and the people supporting him, he was coming to the media to complain. But now the difference between William Ruto and Raila Odinga is that, number one, Raila had the people. Number 2, Raila Odinga had the votes. It is true, these people were rigging Raila Odinga out. That's why he was complaining. Of course, at the end of the day, Raila was being sent to opposition. So he has been there. And therefore, Winnie Odinga is talking from point of experience. What they have seen, what she has seen as her father going through. So this prediction, I can give it 99.9% that Ruto is already practicing what he will be doing after this August election. He's going to opposition. And all of this pressure he's having is just a preparation to reject the results. If Ruto was focused and he knows what he wants and he's sure that he's going to get, will he waste his time coming to the press? No one will have time for that. He will be busy hunting for the votes. But the good thing is that in as much Ruto anafinywa mahali fulani, if it was another person, we were going to sympathize with that individual. But because Ruto has been at the center of impunity in this country, supporting it with his 2 hands, this time round, what James Orengo said one time, that the government eats its own children, it has turned to William Samoei Ruto. So it is his time to face what other people have faced one time when he was enjoying. Ndio maana tunaona kwenda tu kupata pale uwanja ya kuwa na rally, lazima aende kwa koti. Look at what is happening in Mombasa. Look at what happened in Kakamega. We could have sympathized with him, but the problem is you don't find any reason why to sympathize with Ruto. So let him waste his time in the press briefing and all those things. And we know he's preparing to reject the results. We don't know what will happen after that. But we hope for peace. The best way to win, watu wa Raila watoke kwa wingi, wapige kura. Watu wa Ruto watoke kwa wingi, wapige kura. Lakini waachie Chebukati naye atangaze mshindi. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. Let us meet in the comment section to have a continuation of this conversation.